25,000 years ago, Earth was locked in ice. Vast glaciers stretched across entire continents, turning fertile lands into frozen deserts. Temperatures plummeted to levels that could kill in hours. Yet small bands of humans endured. Their story is not one of comfort, but of constant struggle for survival. Tonight, we uncover the 5 deadliest challenges our ancestors faced during the Ice Age, and the brutal fight that ensured our existence today. The greatest enemy of Ice Age humanity was not a predator, it was the cold itself. During the last glacial maximum, ice sheets swallowed vast regions of Earth, plunging the world into an age of frost. Nights were merciless. Without fire or shelter, death from exposure came swiftly. To endure, humans became masters of invention. They stitched furs and hides into layered clothing, crafted shelters from stone, wood, and even the bones of mammoths. Fire became sacred, a fragile flame that held back the darkness and gave life in a world of endless winter. Even with warmth, survival demanded food, and in the Ice Age, food was scarce. Plants lay buried under ice, and small prey was never enough. The only hope was to hunt giants. Woolly mammoths, bison, and massive woolly rhinos became the targets of desperate hunts. With stone spears and coordinated strategy, small human bands risked everything against colossal beasts. Victory meant meat, fat, and bone, enough to feed and clothe the tribe for weeks. But a failed hunt was catastrophic, leaving only hunger, weakness, and the shadow of death. Beyond hunger and cold, nature itself was a merciless foe. Glaciers cracked and shifted, carving the land into jagged, treacherous terrain. Rivers swelled and flooded when ice dams collapsed, sweeping away anything in their path. Storms rolled in without warning, blizzards that blinded, winds that froze skin in minutes. To survive, humans became readers of the land. They memorized safe paths through dangerous ice fields, built hidden shelters, and found refuge in caves. Knowledge of nature's moods was often the difference between life and extinction. But Ice Age humans were not alone in their fight for survival. Saber-toothed cats, cave lions, and dire wolves prowled the same hunting grounds, drawn to the same prey. At night, glowing eyes stalked the edges of firelight, waiting for weakness. Yet the fiercest competition often came from our own kind. Neanderthals and Denisovans roamed the same lands, rivals for food, shelter, and territory. Some encounters ended in violence, others in uneasy cooperation, or even interbreeding. Survival was never guaranteed. It was a contest of strength, intelligence, and unity. All these dangers left humanity hanging by a thread. Populations shrank to tiny, scattered groups, sometimes just a handful of families isolated for generations. A single failed hunt, a sudden sickness, or a brutal storm could erase them from existence. And yet, they endured. Through fire, tools, and shared knowledge, they passed on the strength of survival. Around the warmth of the fire, they taught their children, told stories, and built bonds stronger than the cold. Against impossible odds, they preserved the spark of humanity that burns in us to this very day. The Ice Age tested humanity in ways almost unimaginable today. From the merciless cold to beasts of legend, from storms to starvation, survival was never promised. And yet, they endured. Without these survivors, none of us would walk the earth today. Their struggles are our legacy, and their story lives on in forgotten times.